Lisa Ann is one of the most recognized names in the adult entertainment industry. Known for her bold screen presence, iconic performances, and sharp intelligence, Lisa Ann's journey is far more complex than what appears on the surface. She has been a trailblazer, a survivor, a businesswoman, and a symbol of empowerment in an industry often criticized for its treatment of women. Her rise, fall, and reinvention provide a fascinating lens into fame, exploitation, and self-discovery. In this detailed biography, we explore the life story of Lisa Ann, from her humble beginnings to the peak of her adult film career, her infamous role as a political parody figure, her sudden retirement, and her evolution into a media personality, mentor, and entrepreneur. Let's begin this deep and nuanced look into the life of a woman who became a legend in more ways than one. Early life and background. Lisa Ann was born on May 9, 1972, in Easton, Pennsylvania, USA. She had a modest upbringing in a small-town environment. Raised by a single mother, Lisa Ann grew up with a sense of responsibility and maturity from an early age. She was athletic, smart, and ambitious. In her teenage years, Lisa worked multiple jobs to support herself. She was a competitive snowboarder and initially dreamed of becoming a dental assistant. However, circumstances led her to seek better financial stability, and that's when she stepped into the world of exotic dancing. Stripping an entry into adult films, Lisa Ann began working as a stripper in the early 1990s. Her natural charisma and comfort with performing made her popular in clubs. Her experience in adult entertainment began here, not in films, but on stage, where she learned to command attention, handle difficult environments, and become a performer in full control of her persona. She made her adult film debut in 1994, but left the industry within a few years due to concerns over health risks, specifically the lack of HIV testing protocols at the time. During this first short stint, she gained some recognition, but chose to return to exotic dancing and small business ventures. In 2006, Lisa Ann made a bold decision to return to the adult film industry. This time, she was not just another performer. She was seasoned, savvy, and had a strategy. Her return was met with overwhelming attention, but her fame skyrocketed in 2008 when she starred in the satirical adult film Who's Nailin' Palin, a parody of then vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin. The film went viral, gaining Lisa Ann mainstream notoriety. News outlets covered it, political commentators discussed it, and suddenly, Lisa Ann became a household name. The role would come to define a large part of her public persona, and she embraced it. She appeared on radio shows, red carpets, and even sports panels, capitalizing on her unique crossover fame. Lisa Ann was not just popular, she was highly respected within the industry. She became known for her professionalism, on-set energy, and ability to handle intense media attention. Here are some career highlights. Over 500-plus adult film appearances, inducted into the AVN Hall of Fame, 2009, named MILF/Cougar Performer of the Year multiple times, owner of her own talent agency and production company, featured in mainstream music videos and media. Her performances were not only commercial hits, but also genre-defining, helping to popularize the MILF category in adult cinema. Retirement and stepping away. In 2014, at the peak of her fame, Lisa Ann announced her retirement from performing in adult films. This move shocked fans and industry peers alike. She cited physical exhaustion, mental fatigue, and a desire for personal growth as her reasons. Lisa Ann left the industry on her own terms, a rarity in adult entertainment. She didn't disappear. Instead, she began rebranding herself as a sports commentator, entrepreneur, and speaker, from adult star to media personality. After retiring, Lisa Ann focused on building a media career. A lifelong sports fan, she became a regular guest and host on sports talk radio, especially in the realm of fantasy football. Her appearances on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio drew attention, not just for the novelty of her background, but for her genuine knowledge and charisma. She also began public speaking engagements, discussing women in adult entertainment, consent and sexual health, empowerment and body image, media exploitation and survival. Lisa Ann used her platform to educate, break stereotypes, and empower other women, a bold shift from her earlier career. Writing and advocacy. In 2015, Lisa Ann released her autobiography, The Life, Play in the Game, Live in the Dream, which became a bestseller on Amazon. The book offered a raw and honest look into her life, the struggles, the choices, and the lessons. Her memoir received praise for being reflective, well-written, and deeply human. It wasn't just about adult films, it was about the person behind the persona. Lisa also became an advocate for mental health, safer work environments, and financial literacy, especially for young performers entering adult entertainment. Business ventures and mentoring. Lisa Ann is a savvy businesswoman. Beyond her media career, she has managed a successful talent agency, invested in real estate, run a production company, mentored young performers about contracts, branding, and protection. She often emphasizes the importance of planning for life after porn, helping others avoid the financial and emotional pitfalls she had seen in the industry. Cultural impact and legacy. Lisa Ann is more than just a former adult actress. She is a symbol of reinvention, self-ownership, and resilience. Her influence has transcended adult cinema into mainstream pop culture through parodies and media appearances, sports media as one of the few adult stars turned commentators, women's empowerment as a public speaker and mentor. She is one of the few women in adult entertainment who has successfully navigated both notoriety and legitimacy in the eyes of a wider audience. Lisa Ann's life story is a compelling blend of controversy, courage, and transformation. From strip clubs in small-town America to international fame, from satire to self-help, her journey is unlike any other. She continues to break boundaries, not just as a former adult actress, but as a voice of independence and strength. Lisa Ann is proof that reinvention is always possible and that behind every media image is a real human being with stories worth hearing. Whether you admire her work, her wisdom, or her willpower, Lisa Ann has secured her place not only in adult film history, but in the broader narrative of powerful, modern women.